What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about some Neve Campbell statements on Scream 6 and go from there. These really caught my eye. I think they should really catch anybody's eye when you see it. This is a few days old, and I thought this was all in one article, but I guess maybe I imagined it, and it was actually somewhere else. But basically, we got two different things from Neve Campbell. One talking about her, if she's going to be in the next movie, or if she would be in the next movie, and then also what she wouldn't want to see from the next movie. Okay, so I want to go over both of those things in this video. Firstly, it sounds like she's in. She's definitely in for Scream 6. She really has one condition, and it's the script. Now, I want to come across very transparent and also just open and honest with you guys, as I always have. I'm not attacking Neve, okay, in this way at all. But I feel like actors and actresses always say that. They always talk about the complexity and just the quality, of the script. And they're like, well, if the script's good, I'll come back. But if the script isn't good, it's not going to happen. I feel like 9 out of 10 times, it really doesn't take that much to, and also, not picking on Scream 5, but I don't think it's like the greatest script of all time. You know what I mean? I don't think it's some like master craft of filmmaking or film writing, right? And that got her back. And I feel like, if anything, the hardest time you were ever going to have getting Neve Campbell to come back to a Scream movie would have been this one. Would have been the one we just, you know what I mean? So, again, maybe that comes off kind of aggressive or like I'm attacking certain aspects of it, but just trying to be real, this movie wasn't the greatest written thing of all time, and it got her back. And it had to do with the letter that they gave her. And I really think, honestly, who is involved in the next movie is more important than anything. If they can get back, so they had the duo, right? 2 directors, 2 writers. I think if they could at least, now the directors, they definitely go in tandem with each other, right? But I think they would be back. And I think, honestly, that would probably be enough to get Neve Campbell back immediately. Then if you have maybe one of the 2 writers, right, Guy or Jamie, or you had both of them, which I see is definitely possible, right? I think that is an immediate thing. I almost don't even believe it comes down to the script. I think it's maybe even the people writing the script, or even if you can get, Matt and Tyler back, I think it's an automatic in. So, I respect her for saying it, but pretty much everybody says it, and I don't really think it's going to be, and I guess I'm only saying that because I feel very confident that she'll be back. I don't think the script is going to get in the way of that. Now, the other thing she talked about in terms of what she doesn't want to see is Sidney die. Now, I found that and now she doesn't say die, she says fall. She wouldn't want Sidney to fall, which is a different way of saying it, but I respect that quite a bit from her. And again, I think it kind of comes off, I would say, differently than just, because if you're an actor or actress and you get a script and like your character dies, right? It's like you're going to be disappointed, but it's not going to necessarily be the end of the world. And 2, you look at it and you'd be like, well, this isn't going to stop me from playing the role, even like a David Arquette kind of thing, right? With Dewey. But for this, I understand it. I actually back it 100%. If she were to get the script and she dies, I do think that would be bold and different. Actually, her saying it, I will say, it kind of ruins the surprise if they could ever do it. You know what I mean? At this point. Now, I don't want her to die. I feel like they've established her in 5, and again, I think a lot of these things were told to her. I really do, right from the beginning. Like, hey, we want you back. We're going to give you a husband and kids. You're going to be more of like a consultant. You're going to be, you'll be, I guess, influential to the story, but not like the main aspect. And you can keep that role as long as you 6, 7, 8, 9, as long as you want to go and scream, and we're not going to kill you. You know what I mean? Or she asked, she's like, well, I don't want to die, so am I going to die? And they say no, and she said, all right, fine. I really feel like those conversations probably happen, because if that's such a big deal to her, which again, I'm not saying like, oh, that's such a negative thing. If that is such a big deal to her, I completely understand that. I think she comes at it from the perspective of like Sidney. She's been through so much. So many people see themselves in her. She feels like it would just be the wrong message to send to kill her off. I agree with that largely. I also would say just other aspects of it where it's like, well, also just from like a humane perspective, like you have a husband now in the movies, like in that universe, you have kids now in that universe, killing you would be rough. It'd be very, very rough, not just because you're like to me, she's the best final girl in any, franchise, but I would say probably she's like top 3 or 5 for most people, right? For people that watch other movies besides Scream, like I don't do, but know, I really feel that. So not only would you be killing off one of the best final girls ever, but also you have everything that comes with that, right? Somebody that has survived for so long, is a fighter, is a warrior, has been so just powerful, and then you take them out. Now I guess you could say same thing for Dewey or Gale, though. I mean, that's kind of an issue with Dewey, where it's like he's lucked out so many times, and then you finally kill him. It's like, oh, what was it all for nothing? I guess you can maybe spread that argument out to the other ones. But again, I guess the only thing I don't like about that comment, or her saying it, while I completely understand it, and I also fully feel she should never be killed off, and I never have wanted her to die, I also feel like now that it's out in the open, now you know. It's kind of weird. Like, we kind of always did know, but now we know for sure, okay, she's always going to be safe. And we kind of always thought that. So that's just something to keep in mind. I honestly feel like that puts Gale. Well, I don't know. Would you kill off eventually 2 of the 3 of the the original cast? Would you really do that? Maybe you save it for the final movie of the trilogy. I'm not sure, but so that's it. So I fully believe she'll be back. I mean, I feel like I've put it all together before this, right? We've looked at different interviews that Neve has talked in. We've looked at articles or interviews with the directors where she very much fully believes there'll be more. She always seemed very good about coming back. The directors want her back, and they say as long as there's a movie to be made, they if she wants in, they're going to find a way to get her in. So you had all of that happening, and then now this is that final step where she's basically said, yes, I will officially be in it. If the script is good, check mark, easy, and I just don't want to die. Again, easy, check mark, right? So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you guys want to follow me anywhere else, I do have a Twitter, I do have a second YouTube channel, and I also have Patreon and YouTube memberships if you guys want to support us there as well. The links for all of them are in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.